Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing good. So as you already know that we have started ITIL. So this is the next lecture which I'll be starting the discussion on different terminologies that's are the basic ones. So the first one comes as product. What do you mean by product? So buying the assets, computers for the organization, that will be considered as a product because here ownership is with the receiver because you have received it, right? So you have purchased it. This is the asset. Computer is the asset. So whatever happens, you are responsible for it. Service. Getting leased the assets from another organization, that will be termed as a service because ultimately the risk and the cost is associated with the service provider, not with you, because you have leased it, you have not purchased it. That's why it's service. So the very basic thing to initiate any process or methodology is that you need people, you need process, you need technology. Since we are in 21st century, so we should be knowing about these very basic things. In order to give service to your customer, we need these three components which are very important. So what do you mean by value co-creation? In our first lecture, I have discussed about the value co-creation is the major part which is added in your ITL v4 version. So what is the value co-creation? Whatever is asked, that is provided by the service provider, that is a value co-creation. So going beyond of what is actually asked is termed as value co-creation. What are the costs involved here? It can be hardware, software and applications. So whatever is needed is your costs can be your hardware, software and applications. What is the difference between a project and operations? So what is a project? Project is actually having start and end date. As we already know that we need to initiate some project and that will definitely come to an end. What is operation? Continuous in nature. So whatever is happening, suppose some call center is working, so that comes at operation. That is not a project because that's once initiated, that will be prolonged in nature. Another point we'll be discussing about what is value, right? Value is something which is meeting utility and warranty. So now you will ask me that what is utility and warranty? So utility is something which is fit for purpose but at the end of the project. So whenever the project completes, we must be fulfilling the utility, right? And what is warranty? How you are providing services. Warranty is whatever you are fulfilling it, whether it is actually considerate or consistent or not. That is a warranty. You are providing services but that's not consistent, so that will not be considered as warranty. What is value co-creation? Again, I'll be deep diving into this. What is the value from a customer point of view? Go to the customer environment. What is an outcome customer wants to achieve? Main reason to outsource the services to you. See, what is value co-creation? Value co-creation is something you have to go up and above to the customer's environment to know that what is needed, what is required, right? So you need to go to the customer environment and see what outcome customer is expecting from your side. You need to act accordingly. There's an understanding value from customer's perspective. Actually, this is what the meaning of value co-creation is. How do you measure value? Definitely from SLAs and customer satisfaction survey. We'll be discussing this later, but from a very layman language, I'll be discussing about SLAs. So SLAs are nothing but there is a target to be achieved that will be considered as the SLA, or meeting the deadline or meeting what is actually mentioned in the contract, that will be considered as SLA. Customer satisfaction survey, which you are usually getting every year, can be monthly, can be quarterly, can be biannually, so it depends. But you have to get the customer satisfaction surveys to measure the value. If you are meeting the SLAs, then definitely you are measuring the value, right? So what is UAT? You must have heard about this term very often. UAT is nothing but it's user acceptance testing. That means how customers sure that meeting requirements are taking place or not. User need to accept it. User need to test it. How customers sure that meeting requirements are taking place or not. Right. So what are the 4 assurances of warranty? What warranty symbolizes? Service availability, continuity, security, and capacity. I talked about warranty, that it needs to be consistent. You are providing the services, that is fine, but it should be available, should be continued, should be secure, should be capable enough to support. I'm hoping that this is very much clear to you. These are the very basic pointers, and I'm hoping. Right.